Hi friends, welcome back to the Lilac House. I'm Crystal, I'm the face behind the Lilac House, and I love baking, I love cooking, I love organizing, I love cleaning. I love talking about budgeting, and I love budgeting. I love frugal living, affordable living, being cheap, whatever you call it. I love it. So if you're into those kind of things, please check out the rest of our videos and please consider subscribing. Now, when I say our videos, sometimes you'll see my husband Robert, sometimes you won't. So I say our, I say my, it's the same thing, okay? So today I'm talking about a challenge I'm doing right now. It's called No Eating Out November, and it is what it is. It's called No Eating Out November. So we're not eating out for the whole month. And then we're gonna take that money that we save and we're gonna apply it to our down payment for a future house. Maybe you're doing the challenge and you're saving money to put it towards Christmas or a trip or something. But the whole purpose is to save money from not eating out and putting it towards something else. I would suggest starting small, of cutting it out for the rest of the months. So for instance, if you are used to eating out every day, cut it back to once a week and then go every other week, then hit up once a month, that type of thing. So that's my first step for not eating out. My second step is to always have quick go-to meals on hand in your house. So a few examples for that for my family is tacos. We love tacos, so we always have beans or meat on hand, and then we usually have tortillas, and we usually have other taco making. So we have pickled jalapenos, we'll have tomatoes usually on hand, not always, but sometimes. We have salsas, and we're pretty basic where we can just eat a tortilla with some meat and salsa and we are happy. So we like to have tacos. The second one is eggs. Eggs are like the food my family eats when I do not want to cook one night and I'm too tired and I want to go out to eat. We're going to be eating eggs and toast. One, it's cheap, it's easy, it's food. We eat it. It's good. We like it. A few other suggestions would be breakfast type food. So pancakes, see where I'm going here, French toast, waffles. Usually you always have breakfast food on hand because usually you're eating breakfast at home. So it's easy to swap that in for a meal instead of going out to eat. Just hurry and make something. So my next tip is actually one I'm working on, and that is when you're out and you're running errands and you're just so hungry, you just need to eat something. So instead of eating out, have like frozen PB&Js or frozen sandwiches in your freezer and just grab a couple before you go run errands. That way you can eat it while you're out and about and you won't be tempted to stop and eat. Or like pack a bunch of snacks, which is usually what we end up doing, and it usually ties us over till we get home. But I think I'd prefer like a sandwich. But that's one I'm working on. I also try and have freezer meals on hand so that I can pull one out and just cook it for those nights that I'm tired but I want a home cooked meal, you know? You get what I'm saying? My next tip is to have the goal as a family. So it really helps if you have someone who's like a support system. If you're doing the challenge alone, maybe you can ask a friend to be a support to you. For me, it's my husband. So like if you have a partner, make sure they're on board too, because many times when Robert gets home from work, I'm like, I'm so hungry, let's go to a restaurant, let's go get sushi, let's go get burritos or something, and he's like, no, like we can do it. And so I hurry and cook some eggs, or he helps me make something, and that's really helpful. So I suggest having like a support system in place so you don't eat out. My next tip is to check your bank account. So I would suggest each week looking at how much you've saved by not eating out, and then you can even make that transfer over to your goal. It's just like if you want to lose weight, you're gonna weigh yourself or you're gonna take body measurements just to see if you've made progress. If not, you're like, this is kind of a hard lifestyle and I want to make sure like that it's working. And so it's really nice to see that like at the end of the week you've actually saved $30 instead of spent it on food. Okay, and my last tip is to make eating out a special occasion. I think sometimes we get so caught up in our daily lives of just trying to do something quick, and it's just something we're used to, that it's okay to spend $12 here, $3 here, and it just becomes common. But instead of that, make it a special occasion. So for instance, if you like getting sodas, like once a week, limit it to once a month and just see how it affects your budget and make it a special thing. I think you'll enjoy it a lot more. Or if you can, make eating out a special occasion. So for instance, you eat out every other month, or you only eat out on birthdays or anniversaries, I think it will be more special. But with that, set limitations. If you only go out on birthdays or once a month or whatever you choose to do, make sure you're not spending the amount you saved in one meal. So make it still frugal, if that makes sense, because then it would be kind of wasteful and useless. I would also recommend going to mom and pop restaurants in your local area. I've just found that if you make it a special occasion, you enjoy the meal more, you enjoy the company more, and you enjoy that experience. I think a lot of the time we get so caught up in everything that really when it comes down to food, we just need to eat something. It doesn't really matter like what it is, so we can eat it at home. Our body just needs food. So once you've eaten the scrambled eggs, instead of going out to get a burrito, you're gonna say, you know what, maybe it wasn't as good as that breakfast burrito, but it was still good, it was still satisfying, and my tummy's full and I feel happy. So those are my tips. Let me know what tips you have for eating out. Let me know if you are joining the challenge, and check back next week. I'm going to be posting another video on how not to eat out. And just a quick reminder, I'm not opposed to eating out. We've eaten out, like food is mine and my husband's love language. Like we love food. When we were dating and courting, like we ate out all the time, and it's just as we've become more aware of our finances, we've decided to cut back on it, and we really want to see like how it does affect our family's lifestyle if we can stop eating out, not completely, but for most of our meals that we're not eating out. So good luck, and I wish you the best. Thank you for coming, and I will see you next week. Bye.